So I talked to my mom and I was like, who do we know and, that may have passed away? And she said, well, Kelly, your great aunt. So my grandma, her name was Mary, and she had a little sister who died when she was 7 from scarlet fever. And her name was Anna.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
and so when I asked my mom to send me a picture of my great aunt, because I remembered a little bit of what she looked like, and they sent me a picture of my great grandpa, great grandma, my grandma, and her little sister Anna, who was standing on a chair in a white dress
With the
Dora
and a little
haircut.
Dora haircut.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's
Yes.
crazy.
So
That's so
we were
crazy.
never afraid. We
Yeah.
always called her little ghost girl.
Yeah.
And sometimes she would like come with us.
Yeah.
She would like I said, that one time we went to your grandma's house,
Okay.
and strange things happened in your grandma's house after we left. Do you remember this? And your
I
grandma,
remember that.
yes, and your grandma said, "Come back and get your little ghost girl."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
First time hearing that.
Yeah, so I had to get something from your grandma's house anyway, and so I was like, "Oh, ghost girl, come on." But so yeah, there were just a lot of things. But then my grandma died in November of 2016, and everything stopped after that. Everything. So there's been
Yeah.
no activity at all for about 3 years.
Oh, wow.
And
I
it's,
wonder if she told her to stop that.
no, I think when my grandma died,
She
she went.
Yeah,
she
she's
went with her.
waiting for
Yeah,
her sister to go.
That's what we
Yeah.
what we think.
Yeah.
But it's since we've been in the new house, there has been absolutely nothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and now my kids tell me, they're like, "Mom, yeah, the island greenhouse, it was kind of creepy." Yeah, and they're like, "We didn't like being downstairs by ourselves because that's where
Yeah.
almost everything occurred was downstairs, especially by that bathroom."
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
There were two that were really frightening. Were like the hair on my neck stood like, and I was
Yeah.
really like, this is kind of creeping me out.
Yeah.
And we always had to respond to it very like nonchalantly,
Right.
like, "Hi, Anna."
Yeah.
Okay, it's time to go to bed, because that's what we were told to do, is
Yeah.
say, "It's time to go to bed, no more noise, no
Yeah.
more activity," and to talk to her like
Right.
regularly. So I was cooking dinner, and a spatula, and how you can hit a spatula on
Yeah.
the side and so I was cooking dinner and there was a spatula and it was about right here, and something hit it and it just right in front of me.
Yeah.
Like I could
That would freak me
literally
out.
about 12 inches.
I would have had to leave
That
the
was-
kitchen.
that-
I would have been like, okay, I need a break.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
That was frightening. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hi, Anna. Yes, that's a spatula. You've probably never seen one before.
Yeah.
That's what it does. Let's not move anything anymore, please."
Yeah.
Yeah. And things like that. But that was probably the freakiest one for me,
Yeah.
because it was literally
Like, yeah.
right there. Like
And right in
that
front
meant
of your
she
eyes.
was
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But probably the scariest one, and we don't know. I don't know if it was what we would say it was Anna, or if we would say it was something else.
Yeah.
But my younger daughter, the one who saw her sitting in the car, I like watching Ghost Adventures and all
Yeah.
of those
I love
ones.
Ghost
Yes.
Yes. And I was watching the one with the British woman. She's like a blonde British woman, so it wasn't Ghost Adventures, it was something else.
Okay.
Okay.
Like haunted, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and there we had Abby, my daughter, had a friend over, And we were on one side of the downstairs, is the fireplace that separated the two rooms. So we were on the side with the couch and the TV watching the show. And then the other side was the bar area. And I was watching the show, and Abby said, "Mom, I don't think we should watch this. I think you need to turn it off."
Oh.
And I said, "Why?" I'm watching the show. She's like, "I don't know. I don't think Anna likes it." And I was like, "Abby, like, Anna doesn't care. Like, it's it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
She doesn't care." And she said, "No, Mom, I really think you should turn it off." And I was like, I just ignored her. And then about 2 minutes later, we heard a glass really loud
Oh, wow.
on, like somebody picked up a glass and smacked it
Yeah.
down on the bar really hard. And like the hairs on our, like, oh my
Yeah.
God. And the little girl that was at our house was like,
I'm going.
I want to go home. And we're like, okay, we're turning it off. We're turning it off. It was really loud. Like whoever
Yeah.
was in there was pissed.
Yeah.
And so we turned it off, turned off the TV. We might have gone upstairs, but
Yeah.
that was probably like the freakiest. Like somebody
wow.
slammed a bar glass on the bar
Ooh.
really hard.
I have chills.
Yeah.
Did you ever go over there and check it out and see?
I went over there and there was no glass on the bar, and we have cats. There were no
Yeah.
cats. Nothing had fallen on the floor. There was nothing.
Oh, wow.
But somebody had slammed a bar glass.
Somebody was really upset with
Somebody
you
was
watching
mad.
that show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we turned it off.
Yeah.
I have never turned that particular person, that
Yeah.
British, I've never turned it on again. So
I wonder what that's about. Because you watch Ghost Adventures and
I
there was
do.
no problem.
yes.
But it was just
yes.
that British woman.
For and Abby she called it before it happened. She's like,
Yeah.
you have to turn it off.
She felt something.
She felt something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
That's so
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So, what's the most recent thing
I was
that's happened?
I was asking Desiree about that. I was like, has anything happened recently?
I
And
know
she
you said
said
it stopped back in 2016, just kind of.
it did. It did stop. But Desiree and Marshall, my husband, within the last year before we moved, saw a man. They were both, again, happens in the bar area. So they were over in the family room area, and they're both separate times, looking towards the bar area through the front door area, and they saw a man in a black fedora hat. And they had each talked about it,
Yeah.
about seeing this man in the black fedora hat.
Interesting.
That was about a year ago.
Yeah.
And then when we moved in, oh yeah, there are two. Okay. When we moved into the new house, there's only two things that have happened in the new house. Two.
Okay.
And we're open to it, so we're always like
Yeah.
listening, watching, and it doesn't scare us.
Yeah.
So my husband was doing the inspection with the realtor in the new house, so the house was empty. It was just him and the realtor. My husband was in the master bedroom area, and the realtor was out in the kitchen area, and my husband heard a young voice say, "Cats?
Oh.
Cats?"
We're like, why, yes.
And we're like, "Why, yes, there are three coming. There are three that are going to come to this house. You're going to be very
Oh, wow.
excited."
Yeah.
Yeah, cats? And so my husband says he came running out of the bedroom and goes, "Did you hear that?" And the realtor was like,
Hear what?
"Hear what?" And he's
Yeah.
like, "That young voice say cats." And
Yeah.
he's like, "No, but I want to get the hell out of here." So then we were in the house. We were there for about maybe 2 weeks. And my kids had always said that there was a white cat that they would always see in the house, in our old house.
Okay.
And we have 3 cats, and one of them is black and white. But they were like, "Mom, this cat is mostly white, and we would see it, and then we would look, and there'd be no cat,
Right.
and we'd think it was Nico, who was our black and white one, and he
Yeah.
would be somewhere over else. And I would say, you're just, you're not seeing a ghost cat. Like, you're
Right.
seriously
Yeah.
not seeing a ghost
Yeah.
cat. You're seeing Nico, you're seeing something. They're like, no,
Yeah.
Mom, we see a cat.
Yeah.
So, I'm in the new house, the master bedroom, and to the right in the master bedroom is the master bathroom. And my old cat, so we have the old cat Tai, goes in the master bathroom, goes into under the sink, and goes and he sits down there, and he was sleeping down there. And then our black and white cat, Nico, goes walking in there and goes into the cupboard, and I hear, I'm sorry, let me start over. Tai goes into the cupboard, and he's in there. And then I see a cat who is white with maybe a little bit of black go into the cupboard.
Oh.
And I hear Tai go, "Meow." I said, Nico, get out of there.
Oh my
Yeah.
So I get up to go walking towards that cupboard,
Yeah.
and I see Nico go through the kitchen.
Oh, wow. Nico wasn't even in there.
And I look in the cupboard, and it's just Tai.
Oh, wow.
So I saw the white cat.
Yes.
He's sleeping with the light on.
So I saw the white cat, and that white cat was whoever is cats.
Yeah.
But there's I guess where there's a cat attached to us too. I guess.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. So that's the only thing though that's happened in the new
Yeah.
house is the cat.
So have you done any research on your new house to see who might have been there before you? Is it?
We do know that the house was lived in most recently by a set of siblings and their, spouses, etc., or
Yeah.
whatever, and that there was the matriarch, the
Yeah.
mom, who had lived in the house, and we know she has died.
Okay.
But we were told that she did not die in the house.
Mhm.
I always say that.
I know.
I know.
But honestly, we have not felt
Yeah.
anything. We felt a lot more in the old
Yeah.
old house. We don't
Wow.
feel that kind of energy in this new house
Yeah.
at all. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, so crazy.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. I mean, I've had things pull at my coat.
Yeah.
I've had somebody yank on my ponytail.
Whew.
Those are the two times I've been
Yeah.
touched. I personally have never seen one. Just the
Yeah.
cat. Just the cat. I hear it, but I've
Yeah.
never seen one.
See, I definitely believe in spirits and ghosts and everything like that. But once you start touching me, then we have issues.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to go. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, yeah.
Stay on that side
I was like,
of
you
the
want to
road.
mess with a cabinet, but don't touch me, please. So, but that's crazy. That's really crazy. Thank you for
You're
sharing.
welcome.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yes, we really appreciate it. We'd love to do more of these too. So,
Yeah.
once again, guys, we are closing it out. Thanks again for coming and sharing your stories. And as always, leave a comment down in the comment section. Tell us what crazy thing has happened to you. And we look forward to talking to you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. If you like what you saw today, then make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Love ya.
We were upstairs in the master bedroom, and we were sweeping. And I don't know if you've been up, but we had blinds.
I've never been up.
Venetian blind. She was in the bathroom. I think I was in the hallway, and one of the Venetian blinds went like that. And we're like, figures, of course. So I think that it wasn't just Anna in the house. There was other stuff in there.